2, 1.
All right, what's up out there? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. My name is Elizjah, and this will be our second installment of In the Mood podcast. As you can see, I'm joined here with some guests. Say a collective, dare I say, of young men and women, because we go by the name of the Blue Mood Collective, and we're going to be talking a little bit about ourselves, a little bit about our backgrounds, what we do, and what we have in store for you guys with this project coming in. All right, how you guys doing?
We're good.
Big
All right,
challenge.
who wants to go first?
Sure.
All right, for sure.
As everyone knows, my name is Christian Rodriguez from the last podcast. Nothing new, still living.
Same stuff, different day.
Same shit, different day. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so here we have amazing musicians, also people that I respect as well. I've been playing with these people for a year or so. I've been playing with some people in here for over 3 or 4 years. So, yeah. So these are other people from the project that we're doing this December. And please check it out. One video every single day for the month of December until the 25th. So I'm not saying what songs. Anything for you, baby. But yeah, as you guys know, we are Elizjah and Christian, and I would like you guys to meet the other members of the crew. So who wants to start first? Okay,
So
Kohi, you're first.
All right, here. Yeah, we
forgot,
know what we're doing. Yeah, we got it.
It's all planned out. Down to the T.
Okay, hello
This is not
people.
take 99.
Take 99, yeah. How many?
69?
Wait.
8. Okay. Cool. We're take 8. Okay, my name is Kofi Yoga. I play the saxophone. I know Christian through school. Yeah, and Elizjah through school. And we play. And what is it? Born in San Diego. Started sax when I was 9 years old. And then, yeah, Carjanae, you hear everything. Yeah. And gosh, what a distraction. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be going to the next person.
No,
Alright,
you
for
didn't say anything.
It's fine.
All right, let's keep it rocking. They'll get to know you more. Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Seamus,
Simas.
and I'm from Dago. I'm a musician. I play bass guitar. This fool's my cousin.
What?
He hit me up.
Yes, sir. Family connections, man.
He hit me
Yeah.
up. He was like, "We need some bass." You know what I'm saying?
There's something new every day.
So, yeah. Next.
I guess I'm next. The Simas hyphen. Hi, my name is Josie.
See?
What? Okay. That was the most formal hype up I've ever heard. Just repeat the name. See? Anyway, moving on from that. I don't think we'll correct that for future episodes. But I've been singing a long time. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out later. I've been singing a long time. I think I started lessons since I was like 10. Everyone in the room I know from like a mishmash of places, but mostly Grossmont. Like, honestly, other than Seamus, because you're just a Grossmont guy's cousin. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to say to introduce myself. I'm very excited to work with this group of musicians because it's been a long time since I've been playing with people who, can communicate without communicating just by looks, and that's most of it. You're playing in a group, and if you look at somebody and they didn't come in, they better know. And all of us know when we messed up, but we also know when we're doing a good job. So there's that back and forth for everything, and that's really nice because it's been a minute. I don't know, I'm just very excited. I'm one of the vocalists. I'm also a musician, formally. I did play saxophone and clarinet and guitar.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Guitar?
Yeah, I did play guitar.
That got his ears perked up.
Not for very long because I didn't like it, but I did it.
Yeah, was a date.
It counts.
It counts.
It does.
I put in that effort. So anyway, I'm one of the members, and it's very nice to meet all of you.
As always, and forever, until the day I die, unless I get it legally changed. My name is Elizjah, and
You get it illegally changed? You didn't go through with the process legally?
I'm getting a legal name change.
Illegal
You're going
name
to jail
change.
for 30 jails.
But yeah, my name is Elizjah Jack. 20. You know, I'm
Single.
Because I'm single.
plenty of fish account.
I'm single.
But yeah, I'll be the trumpet player for this project. This sort of came to fruition as a project to bring people together. As you can see, we're all together.
It worked.
Yeah, we're hoping to do the same
So
with you
far, so
guys.
good.
And we're just looking to give you guys a treat. There's so many good moments. We were rehearsing and it just sounded so great. Felt great.
I think you guys already know me. Well, summarizing it up, my name's Christian My name's Christian Rodriguez.
Tell us your origin story again.
Origin story.
No, don't.
He was a double for Samuel Jackson.
Well, yeah, a double for Samuel Jackson. Wait. Okay, so I play guitar in this group. I'm one of the co-founders. I'm here because one of my friends, Elizjah, was like, you know what, we should do a project. And I'm like, yeah, I'm down. And now I'm stuck here.
Damn, you don't like it?
Right? You can leave.
Well, you guys have a guitar player, right? Just kidding. Just kidding. No.
Me and my three
No, we
chords are
good
not
with
going
this
to carry
one.
this.
We good with this
Right.
We pay him in Raising Cane's.
No sponsoring.
I've just been there once.
Chasing.
Tell them about how you got started, man. Tell them
Oh,
about
how I got started? No, that's a long ass story. Okay.
Just-
You don't, yeah,
Synopsis.
truncate it, bro. Yeah.
So I got inspired from my brother. He plays jazz. He used to play in a really good group called the Preservationists. I got inspired from. Yeah. I was in the Preservationists.
I was in that
She was in the
group.
Preservation. Yeah.
We went places, literally, like Japan and New Orleans.
So cool.
Places. It's very
Just to
fun.
name a few.
Just to name a few.
So I got started because of my brother. It was his fault that I loved music and jazz now. Without him, I wouldn't be in this place right now. It might be probably Josie sitting here playing guitar. Who knows? But yeah. Next. Oh wait, you have your own.
My name is Kian, and I'm playing drums for this group. I met pretty much all of these guys through Grossmont. I was in a jazz band with Christian, and he asked me to play drums for this project. And already just with a couple rehearsals, I can tell I've learned a lot. And playing with these guys, there's always something to learn, because when it comes to jazz, most of my experience has usually been through classes at school. So I know with the pandemic, I was playing a lot of music, but with school being online, there really wasn't a way for me to play live jazz. And of course, it's even if you put together a project online, you lose the whole aspect of like the interaction. So just being able to get back and, you know, even something as basic as dynamics on a chorus of swing is definitely something that's very refreshing after, you know, a year plus of online projects and online school. So being back, playing jazz with people, I'm already learning a lot, and I can tell playing with these guys, I pick up ideas from them, whether it's a solo lick or ways to orchestrate songs. So it's definitely going to be a cool experience, and I'm going to learn a lot from this project.
And I got a question for you.
Yeah,
What
what's
do
up?
you usually play?
Well, death metal. I play in a band called Putrid Tomb. We just released an EP 2 months ago. Yeah.
Tap in.
But
Check that out. Check that
It-
out.
Yeah.
What's the EP?
Putrid Tomb. It's self-titled, and we recorded it at Big Fish Studios. If you guys know where that is, it was a nice place, and it also got a physical release, so CDs and
You
tapes.
should send me the link for that.
You want a CD? I have CDs. Yeah. If I can find someone to put it out, I do it. Yeah.
No, I mean like I could put it like in the link.
Oh yeah.
So they can
I'll-
check
I'll-
you
I'll
out.
send you a link. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, because I know.
Check out everyone's original music.
I don't
Everybody
talk
here-
about Putrid Tomb a ton because it's pretty, just fringe death metal. So, but yes, that's true.
Something
Thank
for
you.
everybody.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
So I'll pass the mic off.
I'm kidding. Hi, from Carjanae. So yeah, I know everyone from Grossmont except Misu.
Hi, me too.
Oh shit, I forgot.
You didn't get it right.
I forgot.
Okay. Yeah, I've been singing my whole life. Like, everybody tells me I was singing before I could talk, like when I was 2 and stuff. And it's just something I've always loved doing. I can't see myself doing anything else except music. Speaking of like shouting out our stuff, I do have an EP out called 21. My sister makes the beats. Like, it's really cool because it's like all in the family. But yeah, I just love music, and I'm very excited to be a part of this too. Just like everyone was saying, everyone's so talented, and just the vibes are amazing, and that's what matters the most, is like everybody connecting, you know? So yeah, I'm just really excited to be here and do what I love with people that love it too. And it's just like, it's not about the money, it's not about fame or anything, it's just about doing what we love, and that's just a plus. And yeah, thank you guys.
Check that EP out. Folks making good music out here. I need support, man.
Your last one, Vic.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Yes, sir.
By the way, I want to say thank you for Victor, because he's a sound guy and he's been helping us, you know. Anytime that we need help, he's there for me. He's there for all of us.
Yes, sir.
And
I love y'all.
thank you.
All right, so my name is Victor. I'm a song guy, but I'm also a sax player, piano. I rap, I sing, and I produce.
Does it all.
I do it all, man. I'm your multi-tool. You feel me?
Need
But,
those.
But yeah, I'm just grateful to have an opportunity right here to get some live experience and just help promote my community, because at the end of the day, you know, we're all here for each other. You know, we should just be here to support each other. So just know we's all got this, and we're excited to bring you something great. Blue Mood Collective is finna hit the run. So.
B.M.C.
Yep. It's the holidays. Bringing families coming together. Families coming together. That's the theme of it, and that's what inspired it all. And yeah, we just coming through this whole month. We dropping bangers on all of y'all. That's
Yes,
what we
sir.
gonna do. We intend to do what we say. It's gonna happen. Stay tuned.
We'll only give you good music. That's all. Good music.
Yeah.
Straight vibes.
But anyways, yeah. How was y'all day today? Y'all day was good.
It's good.
It was fun. I worked.
Long day. It's good though.
All right, for sure, Victor. What you got for us next, man?
that was good.
I was gonna say, what if our people that are watching want? You feel me? Like, we tell them what we want to give them, but like, let's just tell them like in the comments like what they want to hear from
we'll
us.
respond to all them comments, man.
What do we think next idea is what we're going to do?
Christian musical influences.
Musical
That could be a cool one.
influences. Okay, yeah.
Right before that, how about that? How about this? We'll feature somebody's comment if somebody wants a song recommendation. Probably play in the next one. Who knows?
That could be the best part.
I'm out first.
Yeah,
That one.
It's all of our
Just
input.
admit
That's
it.
true.
Get it out the way.
Just admit it.
Bebop, definitely Max Roach is my number one. Clifford Brown and Max Roach is probably my favorite jazz record. He's just got really great ideas around the drum kit. He's really unobtrusive when he comps, but can also really bring it out. His solo ideas are very well done, very complete. Tony Williams, another great drummer. A lot of energy. For fusion, Lenny White, Return to Forever.
It wasn't what you thought it was.
The Romantic Warrior, another great,
Return to Forever.
great jazz fusion record. But yeah, those are some of the guys that made me want to pick up drums. For other stuff, Lily Gruber, he's a really good drummer, good speed and cool creative ideas. And yeah, those were some of the guys that have influenced me.
But I got a question for you. Why
What's up?
drums?
When you're in 6th grade and you're choosing an instrument, hitting stuff is kind of the most appealing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when you play drums, you know, it's like you can learn all these notes, which, you know, I like to think I know a little bit, at least basic theory and stuff. But when it comes to choosing an instrument, I want to hit stuff. It sounds fun and looks like the most like accessible way to play music. So that's kind of how I got into it at first.
So some people that come to mind that I absolutely love and inspire me, Ella Fitzgerald, Jill Scott, Why did you hit so hard?
I know. I was like,
Selena Quintanilla.
Yeah, Christian Rodriguez.
Who else? Yeah, Ella Fitzgerald, Jill Scott, Selena Quintanilla, Whitney Houston. There's so many that I can think of, but Aretha Franklin, amazing, the Queen of Soul. Erykah Badu. Yeah, there's just so many out there, but I really listen to R&B and soul, so those women inspire me a lot because that's what I love to sing. And then I also love Spanish music, and Selena's just amazing. So yeah, that's all I could think of right now, but they just have like beautiful voices. They have so many beautiful dynamics, and you could just tell they're so intentional with everything that they do. Like, especially, for example, Jill Scott, you can listen to one song, you could just tell like she's telling a story with every note, every word she's saying, and I just love that because it's intentional, and that's what music is about. You're telling a story, and I really appreciate that in their music. So yeah.
All right, for sure. Musical influences, man. Where do I start? Honestly, it's just such a long list. I don't want to go too deep into it, just because, you know, to a person, certain things can mean, you know, the most to them. So I'm gonna kind of start with hip hop. I'm gonna start with hip hop, right? So, you know, we got folks like, you know, Ice Cube. You know, we got Mos Def, Nas. You know, everybody got to say Tupac and Biggie. Yeah, being a rapper. Yeah, so yeah, just a bunch of people that were, you know, they practice their craft a lot, and I think that is the common theme of, you know, why I pick certain people. They really dedicated nearly everything that they had toward their craft, and they kept going, and it really showed throughout, you know, the final products that we hear. And, you know, we go to other musical hard workers. You got Prince and Michael Jackson on top. There's no way, like, you know, the dedication to what it was that they did, and they did it out of the love of their hearts, the love for the, you know, the people that came there, paid their hard-earned money to come and see them. And, you know, that's a real thing. It brought people together, and it really inspired me and showed me what's possible, that, you know, you can do anything. It's all up to you. And when it came to, you know, other types of music, you know, things as far as that were modern, you know, I like a lot of people. I like, you know, Chance the Rapper, Saba, you know, I like J. Cole, Kendrick. You know, I like a lot of, I listen to the Smino, Drake, yeah, Kanye, and you know, yeah, just a little bit.
He's alright.
You know, the legend of, you know, how he came to compose his albums was pretty interesting. That he kind of disappeared off the face of the earth into Hawaii to record after. But and I'd also want to, you know, put this in there. I think for musical inspirations, Michael Jordan, man. I know that may sound weird, but, you know, and Kobe Bryant, like all the best basketball players, like, you know what I mean? The all-time greats really put their all into their craft, and it shows. And, you know, there's a little video that I did. I had posted it on, you know, one of the social medias. It was a demonstration on the similarities between jazz and basketball, you know, if I could draw that type of comparison. And you know, it involves set rules of the game, and it involves people working together, interpretation, and folks also, you know, find ways to improvise, give you a little something here, a little something there, you know, a little crossover, a little shake and bake.
You gotta dribble the notes.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, you gotta dribble notes. But yeah, all the hardest working people. It's really, you know, having a work ethic is, and, you know, also boxers too. Yeah, that type of stuff really inspired me, and why I chose the trumpet. I didn't even get to mention all the trumpet idols that I got. You know, just all the. But to be honest, man, I had looked at Dizzy Gillespie, because the if you look at a picture of Dizzy Gillespie playing, that will fascinate any child on this earth. Like, man, he's like he's just, cheeks all the way out here. And
peanuts right there, No, it's actually one of his songs. Which one is it called? Salted Peanuts?
Yeah, Salt Peanuts. Salt Peanuts. Yeah. But listening to a lot of these people had really, put in interest in the trumpet, and as well as playing within the church. Being a church kid, looking at all these people up there. It was, tons of people doing such amazing things, and I was only looking up like, man, if only. And one day that came true. So yeah.
Oh, here we go.
You got the expensive mic.
I don't know. This question's more like a loaded question because your answer is always going to be different depending on where you're at in your career and what aspect of music you're cherishing at the time. If we're looking at like an entertainment aspect, we have to give credit to Britney Spears and like artists who are really there to entertain. Like maybe they don't sound the best, maybe they're like, maybe they don't have qualities that like we would consider to be the utmost like greatest professional musicians, but the fact that they're up there doing what they do, like J-Lo, her dance moves, she's kicking it up there at 50, looking great, by the way, just like pop and lock it, like she's like, we gotta give credit to these people. Miley Cyrus, Lady Gaga in her meat dress era, like we're not just gonna skip over that, like that didn't happen. That was right, and she takes time to like work on her craft, but at the time of her meat dress era, nobody was really looking at that. You didn't get attention for working hard. You got it for like being something to look at and entertaining the crowd. So
that's the formula of today.
Yeah, so I don't know, I recognized that early on, like you gotta be a little bit crazy to jump into music, and it's true because every musician you meet is not gonna be able to hold a conversation for very long on one subject. We're all, all over the place.
Oh shit.
Just like that. See? Something always happening. Yeah.
Alright.
I
thought I cleared the area.
No, you're good.
I didn't do a good job of it.
So like what would you say is like your all-time favorites will always be your favorites?
For jazz, the people I always go back to who are like regulars on my playlist would probably be the classic jazz people. So Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, Etta James. Like you can learn a lot just sticking with your classics because there's stuff to learn from them all the time. Even if you think the song front and back, like you'll probably find something new because things come to you as you're ready for them when it's like in the music world. So if you're not ready to hear different dynamics, then you're just gonna miss that part until someone's like, hey, can you come down, or like can you sing a little louder on this part? It kind of opens your eyes. Like it takes thick skin to get yelled at and recognize all these things. I grew up with a lot of pop. I like recognize a lot of the names that you guys threw around, so I think they're all just pretty similar. But yeah, we're all on the same page here. Yeah. All good stuff.
All right. Let's see. Musical influences. I would say probably like. I mean, it's like a lot of genres. You know what I mean? A lot of rap music. A lot of rap music. A lot of reggae. A lot of funk. But like individual artists, it's like Nate Dogg vocally, like. Before I even like started learning how to sing, I would sing along to Nate Dogg since I was like a kid or whatever. And let me see. Musician, like the one that I study the most, definitely Prince. Like I study Prince like a textbook. Seen all his interviews, read all kinds of articles and books. I got a bunch of books on him. So yeah, genres reggae, funk, soul. That's what I like. And then jazz. I bump John Coltrane, Wes Montgomery, Oscar Peterson a lot, Joe Pass a lot, and Thelonious Monk. I really like I just really like stuff that's like funky. Like really funk is like my favorite style, right? Funk and soul. But like really for me it's just kind of like not like we're not aggressive, but anybody who's like real passionate about their music, like you hear it when like Tupac raps or Kendrick Lamar raps, you know, that like gets me. So when somebody like Jimi Hendrix picks up the guitar, or somebody does this, or somebody does that, it's like when they're really into it, like how he was saying, like I resonate with how he was talking about the musician, the athletes who just go all in. I love that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, anybody who's real passionate about it like that, then I usually get down. And then a lot of the weird musicians, like the music sounds different. I like that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great, Samas. Yeah, musical influences. I haven't mentioned that my mother was a musician. I guess she still sort of is. Her ears are still there, growing every day. And I was really intrigued because I've never seen her as a musician, but she would always talk about it, or I'd mention like, oh, that's a cool tenor saxophone lick, and she'd be like, oh, that's just 2/5. I'm like, what are you even talking about? Like phone numbers and all that? But apparently not. Yeah, there's this whole world that she was involved in. She was a jazz vocalist in a trio, and I would say that she was one of my first influences, as well as my teachers such as Christopher Holiday. And when it comes to the music that I've listened to, Stevie Wonder is really, really someone that I respect, because I have no idea how he reaches so many people while still producing music that he finds enjoyable as well. And the musicians enjoy it, he enjoys it, the people that listen enjoys it. It doesn't even matter with the whole theory thing that jazz people like to talk about all the time. I'll talk about general influences. Stevie Wonder, that's one. James Brown, his energy, that's one thing. Who else? Yeah, Charlie Parker for his grandeur, I guess, his monumental sort of language that he puts into the medium. John Coltrane for his philosophical edge. He really sounds like he's trying to search for something all the time. And he doesn't even go for necessarily the thing that's the most beautiful. He goes for the thing that's the most intriguing, and that's an edge that I would be very interested in incorporating into my tastes as well. When it comes to pianists, it'd be Art Tatum. I listened to him a lot as a child. Art Tatum. Joe Pass was actually one of my first few jazz musicians that I listened to with Wish It Upon a Star. Yeah, you know that one? Yeah, and him and the Ella singing. Yeah. Like her doing Wave, that's a good one. And just the musical interaction, seeing them live was just so intriguing to me and fascinating, because how is it that they're using such heavy language while making it still fun? Other people, Nat King Cole, not just as singing, but as a piano player as well. He's really good. Oscar Peterson, of course. Probably have all these other tenor players and guitar players.
What about Kenny G?
Kenny G. So Kenny Garrett, I really love Kenny Garrett, but if we're talking Kenneth Gorlick, the man himself, the chosen one.
Smooth jazz.
I respect him as a musician. I just don't want to sound like him ever. He's a great studio musician. He can read, he can play all the saxophones and everything. And he made it pop, and he was able to bring it to pop, which is something that all musicians would wish to do. Because of him, like everybody started playing saxophone. It's like suddenly every single house has a saxophone. It's like, okay, we all want an army of Kenny G's out here. Yeah.
Anytime you tell someone that you sing, oh, my granddaughter sings. Oh my God.
Right. They want someone.
But then Josie is like, do they sing good? Do they sing good?
Can you sing?
Can you sing?
Between singing and then being a singer, it's completely different. Yeah. So I feel like that's also Kofi's point. Like, you have a saxophone. What are you, a saxophone?
Yeah, saxophone is interesting because.
Are you really a musician?
That's a good question, though. I mean.
Tell her to stop.
Yeah. No.
Wait, when I think about that, I think of like it was this one person that asked Lincoln Center Jazz a question. It was like, how do I go from being a good trombone player to a good musician? And a lot of people laughed at that, but there's a good point in that. There's a certain point where you stop being defined by the instrument that you play, and you start
That's
expressing.
absolutely right.
It's the freedom
Oh, I
that comes
understood
with
that
that.
one.
You're no longer limited by the physicality of your instrument. You're up there and you're doing it.
The funny part is that person's here in San Diego.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
know that.
Hey, shout out to you, man. It's an extension of, what's inside. It's not the outside of you. It's not outside of you. It's not external. It's within. And we're all out here trying to discover that. And, it takes so long to sound so much like yourself. And yeah.
I'll say there's no such thing as being the greatest musician, because even the greatest musicians are still learning new things every single day, just like I am. I'm a good musician. I'm not the greatest.
Love that compliment.
I'm a good musician. I said I'm a good musician, but I'm not the greatest. But I'm learning things every single day, the different rhythms, different pickings, or like even going through modes. Like even though I go through all the modes, it might be a different pattern. There might be a different sounding of that. I can use it differently. But yeah, there's no such thing as being one of the greatest musicians. Well, yes, there's great musicians, but there's always room to grow, no matter what.
There should be.
It's a life process. A
I
life
think
process.
that's what makes
You
a
never
great
wanna
musician,
plateau.
though, is like somebody
Knowing you
who,
can learn more.
Yeah, somebody. I think what makes a great musician is somebody who has the desire to improve every day. Like that's the difference. Somebody who actually works on it day in, day out, not just sticking to the stuff they know. You know what I mean?
I feel like the second you think you know everything is the second that you quit.
Ooh,
That's good.
dude.
Like the day you
Say that one more
like-
time in the mic for them folks.
Well, the day you think like you know everything, and you're like, I've got it. I've mastered my instrument down to a T. There's nothing more I can work on. Nothing, like no one else I can learn from. And I truly know just everything. That's the day that you've quit.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. Can I tell y'all a little story?
Sure.
Story time. Okay, so like I said, I'm a sax player. Started in 5th grade. I went to this school in Chula Vista, and I thought I knew everything. And then I went to another school, Bell, and then they worshiped me because they were like, "Oh, you can play these notes with a decent tone, cool." But then I got to high school, and in my sophomore year, I remember going to a camp, like after sophomore going into junior year. There's a camp called SDSMI with James Bavoldo. Shout out to him for creating such a great program to awaken myself. See, what happened was I thought I knew everything. I was like, just coasting in band. I was like, man, I could do this. Until they like put me in this testing room where I have to sight read, and I'm like, what? I have to sight read? You tell me I gotta do what now?
There's notes on the page.
I was like, there's these notes are harder too.
Mean
Like
something?
and I'm over here panicking over like eighth notes and like why?
Me clapping my rhythms in the corner.
Yeah. So I just think that was such a great moment because I like felt like I was awoken there, like someone shook me and said, nah, like you need to calm yourself down, like because I was grateful for that opportunity, because now like it makes me hungrier to learn now and never want to feel like that ever again, because it could have been now where I'm older and I could have still thought I knew everything, and but I went through it back then, not now, where it could have been on stage with maybe someone like, I don't know, any artist like 21 Savage or like, I don't know, Snoop Dogg. Oh man, I would just no, let's not do that there. But it's best that we all like realize who we are in music and know that we never should stop trying to learn, because that's like what Josie said, we just quit on ourselves. We gotta keep fighting for ourselves and not want to feel dumb later on. That was my biggest thing, is I felt really dumb and I never want no one to like feel like that.
Yeah.
So because it's embarrassing, like you're just like, wow, I cannot read this, like, and it's not fun. End of story.
It's gangster, bro.
Oh, I was gonna say, just like about credits, one thing that's really changed the way like I look at music, because within the last couple years, I've gotten into collecting like physical media, So whatever you listen to a jazz record, you stream it. A lot of times you know the person's name, like the leader of the project who's attached to it, but sometimes you don't know like the rhythm section, where if you end up buying it, whatever, on the insert, you get the whole lineup. And a lot of times that's how I've discovered new artists, to realize, hey, this drummer also played on this record, and you can kind of get a sense of, like, a deeper sense into the lineup and stuff like that.
Is there anybody that you found?
Off the top of my head, I mean, I realized Philly Joe Jones is on, like, just about, you know, so many records that came out in that time era and stuff like that. And, you know, especially rhythm section, because if you have a strong, like, bassist, you know, Paul Chambers, of course, all those guys played on a ton of records, but you see his name on Kind of Blue and recognize it on another album, stuff like that.
May I mention something? Yeah. So when I listen to music as a musician, as a musician, what a funny phrase.
Are you a musician?
Am I a musician? Oh, you could answer that later. But yeah, sleep with one eye open, dude. No, that's the second one.
Did I hear a duel?
A duel?
No, it's fine.
On God, man. Anyways, yeah, when I'm listening to music or my favorite idols, and perhaps even other people that I don't even necessarily enjoy, the first thing that comes to my mind is how did they do that? How did that happen?
Curiosity.
Yeah, the curiosity. How do they their scope of their imagination is just so vast. And I realized when I'm listening to these musicians, and when people refer to musicians, people like to talk about them like they're deities, right? Or people look at musicians in general, they're like, you're a freaking wizard. Like, I don't know how you do any of that, because creativity or openness is a personality trait that is not like everywhere, but it's like an aspect of people, like a force of nature even. Music is a force of nature, I believe that. And when it comes to like listening to musicians and trying to figure out how they sound the way that they do, it actually turns out like what kind of person that they are, like what they ate or how they took what they ate, how they took care of themselves, what kind of
skincare routine.
Yeah, exactly. Skincare routine. It could be
Period.
anything. Like they could be an asshole yelling all the time, and they will sound like that on the mic
Max
or
Roach.
something. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. They say. Yeah. I don't know. Did you want to change topics, or did you want to
Oh no, I'm
keep them
gonna
going?
go back to the original topic.
Oh, what? Ice
What was the
cream?
original topic?
No,
Right.
what you play and who are your greatest influences?
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
because we
Like
went
that?
from coffee. We went from Kohi. That was the last person.
Cody.
Koki.
Hey, real quick though,
Go ahead, hit you.
do you feel like you was creative when you were younger?
Who?
Like when you
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, like as in like if I was more creative when I was younger or when I was older, or?
Like, did you feel creative since you were little? Like when you started doing music, you became creative.
I think by playing music and learning music, I learned more about myself, because you literally have to sit down with your mistakes, and because you have something that you want to create, and you can't necessarily even articulate that in words or anything, but you know what you're going for, and it's obvious when it's there. But that process of sitting down and sorting through your thoughts and then actually being able to execute that and express that to people, that's no different than learning how to talk or learn on body language or things upon those lines. Musical influences are really interesting because, like I mentioned before, the whole deity thing. People like to look at them like they're gods, but it turns out that they're human. Even Coltrane was human, you know, even Lady Gaga is human. Even Kanye is human, one way or another. And when you're human, like, you can't do everything. Like, people have to cooperate, and like you mentioned, like Kian mentioned about how certain drummers could be playing on every single other record, sort of thing, and producers are like that. And it turns out that these musicians would hang around each other all the time and learn things from each other. So when you learn about the livelihood of being a musician, you will actually understand where they're coming from, and therefore they will sound like that just on that day if they're tired or not, or it's that aspect of their personality and how they live that comes out in their sound. And I really want to be able to express the things that I find beautiful or interesting in music. Yeah, and kind of like how my heroes did. Yeah. Anything else, or?
Well, I think that's it for tonight, because looking at the time.
Jason Kane is closing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, as always, guys, you know, if you don't know, now you know.
Period.
Blue Mood Collective. That is us, and that'll be all for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.
That's a wrap. Fade to black. Let's get it.
Can we-